Okay, y'all, I talked about this man like forever ago, probably on one of my other videos, talking about a bunch of other stuff with AI. But I can't believe that he is still going. He's still going? It's that Jason, oh my god, Forbes. It's that Jason Allen guy. Why this artist is suing the US Copyright Office to protect his AI generated images. He thinks that he can copyright it because he made it, but you didn't make it. The AI made it. Like, you didn't, there's no human input in it. I know that you guys want to think that AI is your input because you did a little bit of the work, but the work was done by the computer. You typed in a sentence, the computer facilitated the work. It's the same thing with the guy with the monkey who took a picture of itself because it was facilitated by the person who pushed for that to happen. So I don't know if you guys are aware of where some of the issues with AI copyright comes into play. So in between 2011 and 2018, there was a series of disputes that took place in the Copyright Office on selfies taken by a crested macaws, which is like a type of monkey, using the equipment that belonged to a wildlife photographer named David J. Slater. So the problem with it is that he wanted the copyright because he thinks that it's valid because he engineered the situation that resulted in the pictures by traveling to Indonesia, befriending a group of wild macaws, and setting up his camera equipment in such a way that a selfie might come out. And the problem is that copyright can only be held by a creator. And because it was a non-human creator, therefore not a legal person, you cannot hold copyright. And then because of that, the images are public domain. It is the same thing with AI. You might have engineered the prompt, but because it's going through the process of something that is not human and the non-human thing created it, you can't go back and ask for copyright because you did not make it yourself. It was the machine that did it. Just because you facilitated the situation, that doesn't mean that you own the copyright. Technically, the AI owns the copyright. It's not a human thing. You didn't put any humanity behind it, so you can't copyright it. I can't believe this dude is still on this 2 years ago with this crappy image. It's crappy. I'm so sorry. It's crappy. It says right here that it lacked human authorship and it wasn't able to determine whether the prompts were sufficient creativity, because it's not. Writing a sentence and getting an image and then thinking you did it because the AI did it, that's not enough. It's just not enough, you know? And he talks about how he did 624 different text-based prompts in midjourney software. I don't even want to do the multiplication, so because that would be 624 times 4, right? Oh, no. Yes, 624 times 4. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. All right, I got the calculator. 624 times 4. 2,496 images was created to make that. And you didn't do any photo bashing. You basically just kept like pile driving midjourney until it gave you one that you wanted. Because that's exactly what that means. That's what that means to me. And he's suing the agency and federal court so he can get it turned over. But that's not going to happen because
you're all like, that'll never happen. And then we'll get all cool and you'll be all like, whoa. And then we'll be all like, in your face. And then I'll be all like,
it's too stupid, guy. You can't do both. You're not an artist and you're not a creator. The AI did it for you. There's already laws in place about that being a thing, and we're not going to change it just because you want to say that this is now a thing. Sure, you want to claim that you did this. Sure, I get it. But you know what? You didn't make it. You didn't make it. It is kind of funny that it says here that it was ripped off by other people trying to sell the image on their own platforms like Amazon, Etsy, the NFT marketplace. And he thinks it's tied to the backlash from the artist community, which accused him for cheating at the Colorado State well, he did cheat. It was cheating. And you know what? It is exactly proof on why AI shouldn't be used in any kind of competitions, and it shouldn't get any kind of copyright because you didn't make that. You didn't. You know what? Why don't you sell it? Just sell it. But other people are going to sell it too. This is the threat that people always tell you about when you use AI. There's nothing to save you from people taking the images that you generated and using them for other things. So there's no point in using them in anything that you want to copyright, because you can't copyright AI stuff. But the thing is, it says that it will give you copyright if you can demonstrate that there's a certain level of human authorship behind it, because anything that's fully AI generated cannot be copyrighted. It can't be registered for works. And sure, you can lie, but if the moment that someone figures you out, I mean, you're probably going to be in trouble, you know? I just wanted to talk a little bit about his little quote here, where the thing about midjourney is you don't have to be an artist to create art anymore. And he calls himself a digital creator. And the thing about calling yourself a digital creator is that you haven't created anything. You did not create art. Art is an extension of you as a person, and there was nothing behind that. You're just typing in random things that you think kind of look cool, and then you're saying, yeah, I made this. But the only reason it exists at all is because it's off of the backs of other artists. And that's where we're going to segue into this other thing. That's the people who are the problem when it comes to AI are the people who are going, I want to do this process from beginning to end. I don't want to have any creative control whatsoever. I want to be able to use my computer to do everything for me, and I don't want to do any of the process. I don't want to learn how to do art. I don't want to learn how to do composition. I don't want to learn how to write a good story. I just want to create a product. Do you really think that you deserve to make money off of that product, which you spent no time training yourself how to do? I don't. I don't think that you deserve any money for taking something that worked off of the backs of artists and then making it your end process. You didn't even use it as an aid. You used it as the end process. Like, you didn't use it for generating ideas. You didn't use it to help you come up with composition plans. You didn't use it as a stock hold for different things. You used it from beginning to end, and you forced it with other AI tools that the AI look less crappy. It's the same thing with AI video. It's the same thing with AI images. It's the same thing with AI text. People are going to find a way to get around the copyright law thing. They're going to find a way to do it, but it's going to be hard for them to continue to do it if they put no human authorship behind the product. I feel that if you're not going to make any attempt to learn how to do anything, then maybe you don't deserve to make money with the thing that you want to create. No one wants to play a crappy game, no one wants to read a crappy book, and no one wants to see a crappy image, okay? It's different when people are learning. It's completely different. It's not even close to the same thing. Like, I am a very fair person. I don't like AI, and obviously that's what my channel is about. But I am always willing to listen to what people have to say, see how their position is, and I'm always willing to talk about it with them. But I think that if you're not willing to put a little bit of you behind your product, then maybe I don't need to put a little bit of my time into your product either. I hope that makes sense. And my questionnaire video is coming out soon, so it's going to be a little bit confusing. I hope that you guys will be there and support me for that and understand why I am putting it out there. And if you're still here and you're still listening, I wanted to thank you for that. And while you're waiting for my questionnaire video, I would like to suggest that you guys watch my Inktober video if you guys are doing that this month. I have a lot of good tips and tricks that I feel other people aren't doing, because I actually finished doing all of my prompts. I finished sketching all of my prompts. So I have stuff to work on today and stuff to work on for the rest of the month. So if that's interesting to you and you want to see how to be fast at doing something like that, check out my other video. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.